Well, let me tell you some things that I found out too. Let's get into this whole auto everything, right? So you still got essential, non-essential. I talked to some local shops.
You're talking about auto repair shops.
Auto repair shops.
Okay.
Right? I've did a little homework on all this and how people are handling these situations. And I have one place that I deal with. They're local. I asked them, how are you handling this? And they're just busy as they can be. You know, people still need service done, but they are a no-contact company right now. They are no contact. So
do you think people have needed service on their cars for a while, and now that they're all sitting at home, they're just going, well, I got to get this dealt with?
I got time.
Yeah.
Yeah. You go drop it off. It's easy. You know, there's no contact. There's, you know, you just, you know, they got you give them the credit card over the phone. I even had this happen with I had to get our cat some medication. And here's how the vets are dealing with it here, or our particular vet, is I called, need the prescription, okay, pay over the phone. When you get here, call us, we'll come bring it out to you.
Yeah.
You don't even come inside. Same way with your pet.
We did that too. We just had a vet this week, and they came and got him out of the back of the car and took him in. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think the point that we're all making here is that we can get through this, but we're learning things as we go. And I think that a lot of the things that we are doing and practicing right now to keep everybody healthy and safe is going to be the new normal. It's going to be, you know, normal way of life.
This is how I would do it. Now, like, I'm a big believer in you got to have a little fun while you're, like, these guys that are like, no, there's no laughing in my company or whatever. Like, nobody likes you, man. I mean, we're sort of learning this through the stuck at home situation where you got to try to make it fun. You got to make it entertaining. You got to laugh a little bit. Laughing is very healthy. If I were that veterinary office, here's what I would do. The vet, okay, you know when you go to the sporting events and they have those T-shirt cannons?
Yes.
Okay.
I know.
Well, you got to have fun, man. You got to, okay, so they can't make contact. You got opportunity. People will love you for it. You will get great reviews, and they'll come back to your practice. Get the T-shirt cannon and package up like the pet meds or whatever it is, you know, and just freaking launch that sucker out into the parking lot.
That's awesome, dude. I love the idea.
Put it in a little, like, you know, somebody needs to come up with like a little, like a Nerf ball that's squishy so you can shoot it out of there. Don't be giving our ideas. I ain't got time for this though. I mean, I got so many other
things.
Nerf.
Hey Nerf, we're talking to you, man. Come on. Give us some PCG love.
But it needs to be it needs to be a container that you can put things inside of, and then you close that up, and then you package it. You put it in the cannon, the hand cannon, and you fire it out to the, you know,
a cylindrical Nerf, right? That's hollow on the inside.
Yeah.
That you can just shove it. Yeah, absolutely. I'm with you on that. I like that. That's a great idea, man.
I mean, there's so many places. Car dealerships, you put the keys in one and you just shoot it out to the guy, you know, at the lot, you know. And then if you miss and it hits one of the cars on the lot, it's just a foam ball. It's not going to, you know, hurt anything.
Right.
I mean, where else could we use this, right? Banks, you know. Well, they got those tubes, but those tubes are boring.
Tubes anyway, yeah. They are kind of boring, aren't they?
Where else, man? Where else could we?
We need TP shooter.
Well, we've got, my son actually has one of those. It was a Christmas gift.
A TP shooter?
Yeah. It's called a skid shot. And
can we buy that?
I'll show you where you can get them. We'll put the link up. Go to
put the link up.
Mentioned on the podcast at partscountergurus.com. Click on the
what'd you call it again?
It's a skid shot. And it, for a while there, was the most expensive ammunition on the planet for any gun because it shoots toilet paper and you couldn't
That's
find
awesome.
It.
I love it.
It's pretty fun.
See, right now, if I am, you know, hey, if I'm Trump, I'm just going to get one of those, man, and just shoot it to people, man, all my followers.
You hit, a
skid shooter.
No, it doesn't shoot the whole roll. It shoots, like, there's a little water. It's made to look like a water spigot, and it's got a little spigot knob on it, and then
big, huge spitball.
It loads a square, right? And it gets the square slightly wet, and it shoots. You wouldn't want to shoot at people you like. You would. It's the spitball, yeah.
I love
It's
it.
funny.
I think it's great.
But it doesn't hurt.
It is
funny.
funny.
So
Yeah. I never got hurt by getting hit by a spitball.
or toilet paper, right? So
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so anywhere that we could find to use these shooters, I think it would just be entertaining, and yeah.
I am completely 100% with you on that, man.
All right, so
okay, so we've kind of digressed a little bit there.
Yeah, well, for good reason, right? So I forgot to mention we were talking about automation.
Right. Yeah.
Ford has had a big partnership with Rivian for a long time, several years at least. And they just canceled. Did you see this announcement last week? That
Yes.
the truck that they were developing with Rivian, they canceled the release of that. Now, I'm calling it a truck. They didn't officially, I don't think, say it was a truck, but come on. I mean,
yeah.
now, they're still working with Rivian, and there's been some shuffling around of members on the board at Ford, but that particular vehicle is not going to be released.
Wow. Man.
Did you know about this?
Now that part I didn't.
Here,
I didn't
so
know.
this is from The Verge. Ford and its luxury brand Lincoln have canceled an all-electric SUV that was going to be powered by technology provided by EV startup Rivian. The company's told Automotive News on Tuesday of this past week. Lincoln says it is still working closely with Rivian, including an alternative vehicle, and that's in quotes, that will also be based on Rivian's electric vehicle skateboard platform, which we've talked about on this program.
Right.
Given the current environment, Lincoln and Rivian have decided not to pursue the development of a fully electric vehicle based on Rivian's skateboard platform. Our strategic commitment to Lincoln, Rivian, and electrification remains unchanged, and Lincoln's future plans will include an all-electric vehicle, a spokesman from Lincoln told The Verge in a statement. So there you go. So not right now.
Wow.
And they've put over $500 million into that company. They're going to get something out of it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the EV market is really kind of on its head now with all this stuff going on. But I do think that it'll bounce back fairly quickly. That's just my speculation on it based on, what we're up against in the future. I mean, there's been a realization of what the impacts have been on the environment, too, just by not running all these cars up and down the road, man.
I have been... for a long time, just sort of agnostic on this. Like, I don't have a side. Like, I've rented Teslas. I've driven EVs. They're fun. I like them. I've played around with the charging and how easy it is to get all that. And I've looked at costs and all that and on and on and on. And it's fine. I have no issue with it. I don't own an EV. It's not that I wouldn't. I have gasoline, unleaded gasoline-powered trucks and RVs and lawnmowers and all that. And... it's something I would consider. I do a lot of cross-country stuff, and that's always been kind of an issue with me. But I will tell you that seeing, number one, cleaner air in the cities over the past month and not having as many respiratory issues that I typically have in the spring, it's kind of made me think, like, maybe there's something to this,
Oh, I'm certain there is, man. I mean... You look at some of the impacts on like L.A., for example,
right.
I mean, where there's so much traffic. There are people that are posting pictures of scenes of downtown L.A. from their hillside that you could never see before. You could never see the city, and now you can see this beautiful skyline.
Right.
It's incredible. Man, I am telling you, these landscapers, they are really getting on my nerves, man. I'm about to go out and call the shot.
Well, you
here.
need to take a camera with you if you do it so that we have the entertainment factor. Let's... yeah?
Wait a minute. It just went silent. It went silent.
Yeah, he's just gassing back up. He'll be back. Don't take the bait, man.
And sadly, I didn't really want him to trim that tree. I was going to tell him not to do it.
Well, that's the price you pay for trying to do work while everybody else is out landscaping. Yeah.
I'm over here trying to podcast.
So what else, man? I'm
a podcaster.
You had a whole lot of stuff to try to get to on this.
Yeah. So okay, right. So the repair side of the business, it's essential. Servicing of vehicles are essential. Buying the parts to service those, people who sell those, those distribution centers, those parts departments, those auto parts stores. All that's essential. So this stuff is continuing to go on. So I've talked to a few people in the industry that actually supply in the aftermarket about what's going on and some of the challenges and how business is. And I said, you guys don't have to give me numbers. I'm not looking for numbers, but I just kind of want to have an idea so I can convey to our audience what's actually going on behind the scenes. And really, most of them, for the most part, they're not really that far down percentage-wise over last year.
You think they would shoot you straight? You think they would tell you it's not so good?
I'm pretty certain there's really,
because a lot of people buy new vehicles in the spring with tax returns, and I've been in the dealerships for service lately, and the sales side's dead.
Yeah, but you got to understand the sector that I'm talking about. This is the engine rebuilding side, where it's production engine rebuilding.
Okay, so yeah. Okay,
and these suppliers are not only servicing the automotive industry, they're also supplying. It's engines. Okay, engines go in everything. They go in tractors. They go in earth moving.
That's true. Okay, yeah.
So they're supplying specific sectors. Okay, and the automotive is just one part of that.
Sure.
So a lot of the products coming out of China, a lot of the products coming out of India. Yes, there's been some delays because of this, but they said that some of the biggest challenges they've had right now is, they air freight a lot of product in. Well,
right.
Air freight has been extremely expensive, and even if you can get on the plane, because most of the air freight is being those capabilities are being swallowed up by getting medical supplies into the U.S. right now. So if for any reason they are slow, it's probably going to be because there's a specific level of priorities that has to go on, and that's just stuff that's out of their control completely. Now, it doesn't mean that they won't have product in the pipeline, because let's face it, China and India are still manufacturing. They're back at it. There was a Chinese New Year recently. They shut the factories down for several weeks anyway. So there are delays experienced in the pipeline annually, and so it's easy to kind of deal with in this industry, because what you have is safety stock that's put in place for that reason. So, that safety stock could be 3 to 4 months of safety stock.
Right.
So the supply is still in the pipeline, and once the air freight is, they have the ability to get get on a plane and get it in, it'll be here. So where I'm going with this is the service side of the industry, engine repair, machine shops, those guys, they're busy right now. I was not surprised when I heard this after, I kind of put two and two together, and I thought this would be the case, but I asked about, performance shops. I called a specific owner of a shop and talked to him about the performance side of the business. And oddly enough, performance sales are up. And why is that? Well, these guys got a lot of time on their hands, man. They're sitting around and they're getting to those projects, and you've got guys that are sitting around going, well, I guess now I got nothing else going on. Let's just go have them go rebuild those cylinder heads on that 302, 4, whatever.
Right.
And so that's what they're doing. It's funny because things that were getting put off like that are now being taken care of. So these guys are busy. The machine shops are busy. So what does that do for this industry? Not only do you have machine shops that are busy, the people who manufacture the equipment that those guys are machining with are busy. You've got the CNC side of the that business. All of these things are up. So that's a fact that it's still quite robust. It's not bad. So if there's any upside to what's going on right now, that's it. The other thing that we want to talk about is the impacts that it's been having on specific trade shows that in the automotive industry, like your SEMAs,
right,
like your PRIs, your performance.
And they're right now trying to figure out: are we going to do it? Are we not going to do it? Okay, so are we done here?
I don't know. I want to talk about my.
Well, let's do this. Why don't you talk about your hat?
Okay.
And then can you also talk about some of our social media links and that sort of stuff?
Yes. So let's go ahead and talk about the social media stuff.
You're not going to talk about your hat?
You want to talk about the hat?
Well,
Okay.
You sort
All
of,
right. So
sort of,
everybody
sort of teed
knows
us all up
that,
here that you were going to talk about this hat.
Look,
I mean,
okay.
you know.
All right. Look, everybody knows Keith is a huge fan of Van Halen with Sammy Hagar. Everybody knows that I am a huge fan of Van Halen with David Lee Roth. But that's beside the point. You can actually go back and watch that episode. We talk about it. That's a good episode, by the way. Or listen. It's, you can listen to it or you can watch it, whatever you choose. But anyway, so I'm a big fan of Sam as well. I just like Sam on his own. But he's got this great band that he's put together called The Circle. I actually saw him last year at a local casino. He was fantastic.
They are doing videos right now that they are calling the lockdown sessions. They're up to number 5,
Yes.
I think it is, where each one of them records their part and then they send it on to the other guy and he adds his part.
Yep.
And then
it's great. It's fantastic, man. And
you can find those on YouTube, by the way.
Yeah, they're covering songs. And they basically throw out a challenge to each other to do it, and they put it together. This one was great because Jason Bonham, the drummer, and for those of you who don't know who Jason Bonham is, please just go back under your rock and go away.
Something about a large hot air balloon and
something to do with that.
Whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, the challenge, he calls everybody out, and he says, hey, let's do this. So you saw the one thing he put on Instagram. And it was like, hey, Sam, I got this idea. It's like, whole lot of Rosie, AC/DC.
I'm looking at the cars
So
in his garage in the background while he's talking. I'm not even paying
yeah.
attention. I just,
JB, man, is a racer, both automobiles, cars, and motorcycles. He is a track junkie, man. He's a great guy, great personality. Fun to just listen to him play too, because he really, really plays like his dad, man. I mean, if you could close your eyes and go, wow, he's definitely got it. He got those genes. But anyway, the lockdown series, Keith had sent me a little snippet of one several weeks ago, and he says, hey man, you need this hat, and it says peace, love, and happy hour. I fell in love with it immediately just because of that, because I'm always the peace out guy. And you guys know I do love a good happy hour. And so I had to go buy it. So I look it up where it's from. It's in Nashville, man.
Yeah.
It came from Grissom Drive, which is like right around the corner from where we used to travel to on a daily basis to an office. And so it's big and rich. It's Big Kenny. It's his Peace, Love, and Happy Hour clothing line.
That ties back into the Rock and Roll Roadshow, I think, right? And that's where where Sammy was. Yeah.
Sammy's Rock and Roll Roadshow, man, which is a lot of fun to watch, man. I love watching him, and he's a good guy. Anyway, so there you go. There's the hat. I had to have it. Thank you for the.
Not a problem. I can stop anytime, right? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So anyway, back to the social media outlets. All right, everybody, you want to catch us over on Facebook? Follow us on Facebook. It is facebook.com/Parts Kind of Gurus. You can check us out on Instagram. That is instagram.com/The Parts Kind of Gurus. We're now on Twitter. We now have a Twitter account, and we're out there as at The Counter Show. You'll find us there. We tweet some videos, some funny photos you might see from time to time, and just follow us, guys. And check our website out. That's partskindofguru.com. There you'll find everything that we've talked about here today. You can get the YouTube channel from there. You can buy on Amazon from there. We have a nice little link up there. And when you do that, guys, it helps us out. Now, Keith, what can they buy on that? I mean,
Right. So it's funny you should ask that, Jay. So you go to the Amazon banner at the top of our homepage there. It's at the top right. And you click on that, and then you just do your Amazon shopping. So anything that you would normally buy, and I know that you guys are buying a lot of stuff on Amazon lately because I've seen their earnings reports and I've seen all the trucks driving through my neighborhood. It's all just resume your normal Amazon shopping. Just go to our website and click on the link first, and that way we get the affiliate credit, right? Doesn't cost you any more. We don't. It's all anonymous. We don't know who's buying what. But it.
So if I were to buy like underwear,
or dude wipes,
or something,
right?
Dude wipes, or anything,
no, we don't.
You won't know who I am.
We don't know. They don't tell us that. It's all confidential. But it does help
helps
us.
us out,
We
though.
get the affiliate purchase credit. Doesn't cost you anymore. Same prices on Amazon. Doesn't change anything. Click through the Amazon banner on our website at partscounterguru.com. Please and thank you. And by the way, thanks to everybody that's subscribed to the show. We really appreciate that. It's helped us out a ton, and we're doing our best to kind of earn your faith in us. So thanks for that.
Yeah, we're having fun with it. We got a lot of exciting things coming down the pike, so you got to stay tuned. Some things are happening behind the scenes.
A lot of things, actually. So
yeah, a lot of things.
So I'm going to close with a story here. All right.
I'm ready, pal.
Now, you're an Air Force veteran, right?
I am.
My dad was a World War II Navy vet.
Oh.
And, submariner. Yeah.
Submariner, yeah.
So, London, circa 1940, December 29th, 1940, most devastating firebombing, German air raid of London, basically blew up the whole city, right? Bombs going off everywhere. And there's this famous picture that made headlines the following days of St. Paul's Cathedral, which was standing untouched, and there's stuff smoking all around it, and it's like one of the only buildings left standing. And during this time, in the late 1940s, the people of London were resilient to the point that they kind of refused to give up their happiness. And let me explain what I mean by that. So everything's literally crumbling all around them, okay? Half these buildings are not standing anymore. And they would go out and they would dance, and they would have their dances and their social gatherings that they would normally do, and they just carried on with them. And there's air raid sirens going on around them, and they're like, you know what? We're dancing. Now, we can't dance right now. There's social distancing in place, but that's not the point. The point is, and I think you're with me on this, that they continued on with what made them happy, and they did not let the challenges of life take away their enjoyment of it. And they focused on the good things, and that's how they made it through. And it was a pretty awful situation that they made it through.
Yeah.
So, in light of that, my advice for everybody today is, we're going to end with this. Dance under the bombs, everybody. Dance under the bombs.
Awesome, dude. Awesome.
All right, until next time, thanks for watching and listening, clicking, liking, all that good stuff, subscribing.
We love you guys.
That's my partner, Jay, over there.
Yep.
I'm Keith.
Yep.
We'll talk to you soon.
Take care, guys.
Three, two. Sorry, man. Wait, just go.